Ladies and gentlemen, the Fantastic Four movie appears to be dead on arrival. I don't know how to explain this, to be honest. I, I'm at a loss for words. You mean to tell me that you genuinely believed that this was going to be what ultimately sold the movie, or this is going to be what made the movie successful? You thought that what the audience wanted from a Fantastic Four movie was for you to gender swap the Silver Surfer and to make the movie not about Reed Richards, but to make it about Sue Storm and put Reed Richards in a negative light, thus confirming your anti masculinity, anti male bias? In what universe does this make sense? How did people who are getting paid a lot of money, by the way, get together and genuinely think this is best for business? This really reveals the importance, and I guess it's a lesson of the day, the importance of really vetting and hiring the right people. Because the damage that they have done to this film already from this one post is incalculable. Now people are going to talk about this. They're not going to talk about, Pedro Pascal being cast as Reed Richards. No, they're going to talk about this, and this is going to suck all the life out of your franchise and your film. And there's no amount of marketing that you're going to be able to do to compensate for this. Now, the only possible way that you could save this, and this is a Hail Mary, but if you got the Silver Surfer and you made her a woman and you sexualized her, I mean, she had the biggest milkers. We're talking thick hips, long legs. I mean, she looked incredible. Like, we're talking like 90s beer posters incredible. And she had long hair, and it was sort of like, okay, you change this, but it's a hot chick with big tits. Maybe. But that's not what they're going to go for. They're going to go for a bald, weird looking, small tittied Silver Surfer woman that's going to be a strong, empowered female character, girl boss that don't need no man. And she's going to go up against Sue Storm, who's a strong, empowered girl boss who don't need no man. And Reed Richards is going to look like a complete and total fool. And it's just, in what world does anyone think this is going to be the best way to sell that movie? It's inexplicable. Because the way that you sell the movie is obviously using the Fantastic Four, but more to the point, having Reed Richards be the main character. Reed Richards being the main character and being a good guy is the first step. If you're doing a Fantastic Four movie, by the way, the first villain that you would want is Doctor Doom. He would be the first villain that you want. But they want an all-female Silver Surfer. Are you going to do a female Doctor Doom? Is that what you're going to do next? Is that the change? There is no rhyme or reason to any of this. I have this mental image of basically a plane where the pilots have essentially been killed, and you have a bunch of people in the back who don't know what to do, and the plane's going down. So they're pretty much just doing anything they want. They realize the jig is up. They realize that superhero movies are done. They realize that, Captain Marvel made just over $100 million at the box office, which is so incomprehensibly bad. But $100 million at the box office. So they realize the jig is up. And now they're just making anything. They're just doing anything. They don't care about the losses. They don't care about the feedback. They don't care about the pushback. They don't care about anything. They're just doing it. Hey, get it out there. Why not? I mean, God, it's depressing. Because you mean to tell me that there were a room of people getting paid money that thought the best thing that we could do with a movie with the Fantastic Four is have a female Silver Surfer to emasculate Reed Richards and have Sue Storm be the main character? They genuinely believe that that would be the best way to go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is a teachable moment all around. You have to be careful about who you let into your company. You have to be careful about how much money you give to these people. You have to do your due diligence. That's just the bottom line. Because if you have people working for you and they pitch you this idea, the correct answer is to fire them on the spot. No questions asked. You're fired. But unfortunately, we live in a time where these ideas are getting through. These ideas are so bad that it's honestly, it reminds me of like an April Fool's joke. But it's not. We're in November. But this decision is going to sink the movie. This bit of news is going to kill that film, and no amount of marketing, no amount of trailers, no amount of PR, no matter how many hundreds of millions of dollars they spend, they will never dig their way out of this hole. There is nothing they can do to salvage this. And I sit here dumbfounded because how could you possibly, genuinely, I mean this in all sincerity, how can you be sitting in a room full of people and your job is to make the best movie you can, to make money for the company and give the fans what they want? How on earth do you think that this is the best you could do? That of all the ideas you could pull from, that this is it. You're going to have a female Silver Surfer and Sue Storm is going to be the main character, and you think that that is going to ultimately be what sells the movie. So here's my prediction. This movie is going to be a total bomb. Now, I would love to be wrong, and this whole thing is just some, person looking for attention, a disgruntled employee. I would love the company to come out and say, no, we're definitely not doing this. But I've got a feeling it's real. I've got a feeling it's real because it's exactly what they would do. People in Hollywood never wanting to learn, never wanting to reevaluate, never wanting to question, hey, why are we making this decision? This seems terrible. I don't know. I don't know where you go from here to try to recover this because no amount of marketing is going to fix it. You could put up millions of dollars of ads. It's not going to undo this, because when people see that you have an all-female cast in a movie, their mind goes to the last 10 years of female-led movies, which have been dog shit for the most part, because you're only allowed to portray women in one way in Hollywood in 2023. You can only portray them in one way, which is the feminist, empowered, girl boss, snarky, don't need no man, just utterly toxic, unappealing. Oh, the whole world, so-called, loves them. And they're the most powerful, the most brilliant, the most capable. The only thing holding them back are their male counterparts, and they have to outgrow them. Just female delusion and cope and bullshit and other just therapy session nonsense that they cram in here because, I don't know, these people can't just go to therapy and keep it with their therapist. They've got to put it into all these other pieces of work, so we all have to suffer. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I care because I want people to get good entertainment, but part of me doesn't care because they have drained any of the excitement or joy from this medium from me. Because what do you even do with this? You, I mean, uh, yeah. So this is real. It exists. We'll see what they do with it. Doubt it. Doubt it's going to be good, unless they make massive changes due to feedback and backlash. I don't foresee them going very far with that movie, which is a shame because I like the Fantastic Four. I wish they could actually get a good, solid showing for once, because it's pretty tough to get a good Fantastic Four movie for whatever reason. Anyway, this will be a shorter video, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you watching. If you enjoy my content, consider subscribing, consider leaving a comment. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next time.